A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah Al-Ahzab, section 4 to 7. O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say to your wives, if you desire the life of this world and its glitter, then come, I shall give you of these and let you go in an honorable way. But if you seek Allah and His Rasul and the home of the hereafter, then rest assured that Allah has prepared a great reward for those of you who are good. The wives of the Prophet ﷺ who obey Allah and His Rasul and practice righteousness shall be granted double reward, and for them Allah has prepared a generous provision. The wives of the Prophet ﷺ are not like other women. They should not be complacent while talking to men who are not closely related. They must stay in their homes, not display their finery, and must establish salah, pay zakah, and obey Allah and His Rasul. Reminder is made of Allah's command to the Prophet ﷺ to marry the divorced wife of his adopted son Zayd radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Thus there remain no hindrance for the believers to wed the wives of their adopted sons if they divorce them. The background of this verse is as follows. It was Arab custom that an adopted son was regarded as their own offspring and was entitled to inheritance. This clashed in every way with the laws of marriage, divorce and inheritance enjoined by Allah in His revelations. The Islamic law required that this concept and custom of the Arabs be uprooted completely. Therefore, the Prophet was asked by Allah to marry Sayyida Zainab, the divorced wife of his adopted son Zayd bin Harisa. The Prophet acted on this command and thereby put an end to this Arab custom completely. There can be no blame attached to the Prophet ﷺ for doing what is sanctioned for him by Allah. Such has been the way of Allah with those who have gone before, and the decrees of Allah are preordained. Muhammad ﷺ is not the father of any of your men. That is, he is not going to leave any male heirs, but is the Rasul of Allah and the seal of the prophets. That is, he is the final prophet, and prophethood has ended after him. Allah has sent you, O Prophet ﷺ, as a witness, as a bearer of good news, and as a warner, and to call the people towards Allah by His leave, and as a lamp spreading light. Give good news to the believers that they shall have great blessings from Allah. O believers, do not enter the house of the Prophet ﷺ without permission, nor stay waiting for meal time. But if you are invited to a meal, enter, and when you have eaten, disperse and do not seek long conversation. If you have to speak with the wives of Prophet ﷺ, speak to them from behind a curtain. This is more chaste for your hearts and for theirs. You cannot marry the wives of the Prophet ﷺ after him. This would be a grievous offense in the sight of Allah. Indeed, Allah and His angels send blessings on the Prophet ﷺ. O believers, call for Allah's blessings on him and salute him with all respect. Surely those who annoy Allah and His Rasul are cursed by Allah in this world, and in the hereafter He has prepared for them a humiliating punishment. And those who annoy believing men and believing women for no fault of theirs shall bear the guilt of slander and an evident sin.